is Lexly Nirvana, and this is my story. So I was born in Reynosa, Tamaulipas, Mexico, and I lived there for my first 6 years of life. Some of the stuff that I remember from Mexico was that my parents would walk me to school, and the transportation over there will be mostly like being on the bus and walking. At the moment, we didn't have a car. And also I remember that like for vacations, we would go visit my grandparents, which they had like a ranch, and it was close to the mountains as well. It was really nice. Those were some of the good memories. But then one day I remember we came to Texas to visit it, and I really liked it here. I remember telling my parents, I really like it over here. And then all of a sudden we ended up moving to this side, to Texas. And we lived with my cousins for like a year. And at school, it was like really hard. I didn't know any English. And I remember crying that I didn't understand like the activities and the homework that we had to do, because it was hard. It was really hard to understand. Thank God they didn't lower me a grade, because that's what usually they do with kids that come from other countries. They lower them from their grade levels. So I stayed in the same one. And then we ended up moving to another city. But in that city, there was more kids that were like me. So we ended up taking like ESL classes, English second language, and slowly I started learning. And I had like bilingual classes, as they would call them, but they were more Spanish. So thank God I learned English. I remember writing in my journal that one of the things that I wanted was learn English. And I always liked writing. Writing was one of my strong things that I remember in school. We did an essay, and the teacher she ended up liking it so much that they put me to do it on the intercom, to read it. It was super cool. I thought that was super cool. But yeah, I began writing, but I didn't know that I really enjoy this. So slowly, my thing has always been music. I always enjoy music. I remember one of the songs that was in those days was "Who Let the Dogs Out," and it was I thought it was like the coolest thing. But I slowly started listening to rap. One of my favorite rappers was Eminem, and I remember when the songs would come out on the radio, we would record them on the cassettes, and it was like the greatest thing for me. CDs were barely coming out, and then I would learn the lyrics from the songs, and I would just say them out loud. My dad, he would be so embarrassed of me rapping in front of people. And that's how I began to have more interest in rap and me trying to do music. As a kid, I remember how Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera were my icons at that time. And I wanted to be like them. And I would play around as a kid, singing and in top of the benches and stuff outside my house, and thinking that I was one of them. And that's how I began slowly liking doing this. But God had other plans for me.